Welcome to the Third Gen Workshop, everyone. If you like our videos, please take a minute and hit that subscribe button. In today's video in our 1982 to 1992 Third Gen Chevy Camaro Pontiac Firebird series, we are upgrading our rear factory sway bar to one made by BMR. This includes new bushings and end links. Replacing the factory sway bar will provide us more lateral stability on aggressive cornering or when we're under load from higher horsepower cars. With that, let's get to it. So we're going to disassemble the rear sway bar first. These nuts, they're 13 millimeter. You want to start both sides before you let the nuts go completely down. All right, the end links are 14 millimeter. You'll want to leave your sway bar bushings with the nut still on the U-joint or on the U-bolt until you get the end links completely disassembled. Otherwise, this thing will fall on you. So go ahead and go ahead and remove both end links. If you're reusing your hardware, you'll need both caps, both bushings, your center rod, and then the bushings and caps on both ends and your nut. So take this, set it aside. If you're replacing your sway bar, like I am, your new kit should come with new bushings, a new end link kit. Now we'll do the other side. What's funny is on this car, these look fairly new and the rest of this thing looks pretty old. At some point, these broke and they were replaced. Now we're going to unthread the bolts from the U-bolts. We'll hold up the sway bar. We'll set the sway bar out of our way. We also want to take off the U-bolts and the carrier. As mentioned earlier in the video, the BMR kit does not come with replacement hardware like the UMI or the Detroit Speed
kits do. So you will need to reuse your brackets for your sway bars, both for your front and rear. I had a local powder coating company sandblast my hardware and then powder coated them a satin black. So these are the mounts for the front sway bar. The bushing will go inside, and then here are the components for the rear sway bar for the bushing and then for the axle. UMI makes an axle kit that you can, with new brackets that you can buy. They're not terribly expensive, but in this case, because the BMR kit lines up exactly with the stock components, I just had this powder coated. $100 for the sandblasting and the powder coating. And when installing this, bolt, washer, grommet, washer, spacer, washer, grommet. Now we're going to run this bolt up into this hole and then put the washer, or the grommet and the washer and the nut on. Once you have one side started, it makes getting the rest of it much easier. Grommet, washer, and then nut. Just a few turns on the threads and we're good. The passenger sides put together the same way. Bolt, washer, grommet, grommet, washer, spacer, washer, grommet. Up into the hole, grommet, washer, and then a few threads on the bolt. Now we tighten everything up. This will be right somewhere in here where it should be. Okay, now it's good to start and get your U-bolt and locking hardware in place ahead of time. The tension on the U-bolt from springing out will keep it in place. There's this little metal tab on both sides. You just kind of want to center it up on that. Now, down, we'll put the joint to the back. And then put your new mounting bracket on. All right, now we're going to lift this up. Washer, nut, and then we'll start the back side the same way. Again on the other side, hole facing down, slit to the back, new hardware, Now it's just a matter of tightening everything down to factory torque specs. This bolt that stabilizes the front of the sway bar is supposed to be set to 35 foot-pounds. One at 35 foot-pounds. Thirty-five foot-pounds. Okay, these bolts are 20 foot-pounds. We're going to go ahead and get them nice and snug. You really want to do these as evenly as you can, front to back. All right, now we torque them down to 20 foot-pounds. All right, 20 foot-pounds. Now we just need to grease the bushing. The instructions from BMR says 3 full pumps on each. There you go. And we'll wipe off the excess there. Said BMR's instructions say 3. So we'll do 3 and then we'll wipe off the excess. The rear sway bar installation is complete.
Thanks for watching the 3rd Gen Workshop, everybody. If you like our videos, please take a minute and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for upcoming videos in our 3rd Gen Chevy Camaro series.